I gave my boyfriend an ultimatum after his attack dog sent me to the emergency room. So first off, I love dogs. I've had pets my whole life, and I'm totally an animal person. But what happened last weekend changed everything. My boyfriend Jason and I moved in together 7 months ago. When we first started dating, he told me he had a Belgian Malinois. For anyone who doesn't know, that's the breed they use for police dogs, the ones that take down criminals and find bombs. Jason's dog is 5 years old, and he's huge, like 80 pounds of pure muscle. The thing is, Jason didn't just get a family pet. He got this dog specifically trained to attack people. He lived in a rough neighborhood a few years ago and got robbed twice, so he paid thousands of dollars to have this dog trained as a personal guard dog. When Jason brought up moving in together, I was honestly terrified. I told him straight up that I wasn't comfortable having an attack dog in my apartment. He promised me it would be fine and said we'd keep the dog in his cage until he got used to me. For 7 months, I did everything right. I fed the dog every single morning. I let him smell my hand through the cage. I gave him commands before opening the door. He never showed any aggression toward me at all. I thought we had an understanding. The plan was always to buy a house with a yard so the dog could run around instead of being caged all day. But money got tight and we had to push those plans back. I felt bad keeping him locked up, but what other choice did we have in my small apartment? Last Saturday, I was sitting on my balcony enjoying the weather when Jason said he was going to bring the dog out to get some fresh air. I said that was fine and got up to go inside and grab a blanket because it was getting chilly. I had my back turned, walking through the balcony door when I heard this sound behind me. Before I could even turn around, the dog's jaws clamped down on my butt cheek. The pain was instant and I screamed. He let go for half a second, then bit down again even harder. Blood was pouring down my leg and I couldn't stop screaming. Jason grabbed the dog and threw him back in the cage, then rushed over to me. There was blood everywhere, on the floor, on my clothes, all over Jason's hands when he tried to help me. I was in so much shock that I didn't even realize I was still screaming until we were in the car driving to the hospital. At the emergency room, they had to give me stitches and a tetanus shot. The doctor kept asking if the dog was up to date on its shots and whether it had a history of aggression. Jason just sat there looking like he wanted to disappear. While I was lying in that hospital bed, bleeding through the bandages, I looked at Jason and said, "You either move out and take your dog with you, or you give him up. It's either me or the dog." He started crying, actually crying. He kept saying he was so sorry and that he didn't know what to do. Then he said the thing that really got me. He said no shelter would take an attack-trained dog and he didn't want to put him down. I reminded him that we've talked about having kids someday. What happens when it's a baby the dog attacks instead of me? What if he had gone for my face or my throat? What if this happens to our child? Jason just sat there with his head in his hands, saying he needed time to think. Time to think. Like this is some hard decision. This happened 4 days before my 35th birthday, and I'm sitting here with stitches in my butt, waiting for my boyfriend to choose between me and a dog that literally attacked me in my own home.